I would like to talk to you about wilderness survival. Wilderness survival is one of those things a lot of people always think about, but they'll never actually do it. Hopefully, our society is never faced in a situation where large amounts of people are forced to live in a wilderness survival situation, but it could happen. I think it is good to prepare yourself for an SHTF type situation so we can actually survive in the wilderness because we have prepared ourselves for that sort of environment. Because the wilderness is a very harsh environment, especially off the grid type wilderness survival. The greatest form of capital in the world is human capital. However, sometimes human capital can be undermined with financial capital. I think based on the amount of human capital that one outputs, it should be rewarded with financial capital. And I think this is a large motivating factor for people to gain human capital. But sometimes the problem can be individuals with large amounts of financial capital do not value the amount of human capital that it takes to build a society. So if our society does not value human capital as much as it should and do not reward people for learning skills and having abilities that can make society a better place, the society is going to be undermined and going to continue to crumble. Ultimately, living in the wilderness on your own, off the grid, is a situation where human capital is the only capital that is going to allow you to survive. So, I could see somebody realize it's better to live off the wilderness so you can be rewarded for your human capital that you possess. It's important that we have physically fit bodies, that we know to find an adequate food source, adequate water source, adequate shelter. And hopefully in the coming weeks I'll go in more depth in this topic because it is a very interesting topic to discuss. And obviously somebody, could break down, their car could break down, and they're in the middle of nowhere, and they could be faced in one of those wilderness survival situations, or they could get lost in the wilderness while hiking. Any one of those situations could happen to anybody. Those are probably more likely. But it's always important to understand and know how to survive in the wilderness.